Okay, so here we are in round 2. Pretty decent hand here. We are on the draw. I'm going to keep this. We'll start with a Thornwood Falls and then follow that up. Probably not playing our Survivalist out, especially against a white deck. We're probably going to nab a Pacifism with that, so we're just going to play this Thornwood Falls, follow up with a Territorial Rock, and then curve probably into a Morph Sandstorm Charger. Our opponent on white-red, apparently, so probably a very aggressive deck, which I think our hand is pretty decent against. Arishan Sovereign will... I think by the time we get to play Arishan Sovereign, hopefully the game is either like sort of heavily in our favor, or, you know, well, the other alternative being that we're just dead. Let's see what our opponent's up to here. Alright, our opponent's stuck on 2 lands. Looking pretty good for us here. Gonna play out our Morph, and we're just gonna wait. We have 5 lands. We have great spells in hand. If I start getting aggressive with a Territorial Rock and our opponent starts, you know, getting in, and they like start tapping down our blockers and stuff, that could get ugly. So I'm just gonna wait, see what they do. Probably tap down the Territorial Rock here. No, the Morph. Interesting. All right, that is actually like great for us. I'm really surprised that they do that. Why wouldn't they? I guess maybe they're going to plan to tap down the other creature now? That seems like kind of a waste. No. Yeah, nothing. That was an odd turn from our opponent. We are going to run out a second Morph and our Servant of the Scale. Now I feel... Okay. Yeah, sure. Now I feel much more comfortable making an attack here. Our opponent thinking that we're the beatdown. Little do they know. You know, we ripped 2 lands into Arishan Sovereign, and I don't think our opponent can mount a defense. If they get aggressive here, we'll block with the Servant. They're not. It's fine. Okay. 5th land here. Do I commit a Glade Watcher to the board? Probably not. I'm just going to move to combat here. See what our opponent does. Tapping down our unimportant Morph. That's fine. Now we are going to ship in. See what our opponent does. If our opponent's willing to just take it, yeah, I'd probably flip up the Sandstorm Charger. There's really nothing that they could have in this moment. Yeah, okay. There's nothing that they could have, I think, that punishes me here, so totally fine with. Sure. Yeah, Center Soul I'm totally okay with on jump block duty. Our opponent maybe decides to get in for 2 here, but I mean, yeah. I'm not at all worried about the board state currently. I'm trying to think, you know, what should I be playing around? I can't even think of anything in white-red that like punishes me for committing a lot to the board. I suppose there's things like Arcbound. Our opponent, you know, it's just stumbled on mana, and they've hit 5 now. Yeah, okay. I guess they just missed that 1 turn, but early, you know, missing those early land drops can be bad, especially when your opponent sort of curves out like this. I'm hoping what we see now is like a Pacifism, or you know, some other form of soft removal. That we can destroy with our Inox Survivalist here. We are, let's see, 2 lands away from Arishan Sovereign, and if our opponent plays, okay, Strong Arm Monk is not a card that I'm concerned about. Opponent decided to give protection from blue. I think that's really funny. Yep. Alright, on our way. We'll go ahead and ship in like so. If our opponent kills the Servant, then we'll move the token over to our Territorial Rock, which I think will be good. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. That's fine. Yep. So, I think I can just play the Glade Watcher here. Like, crashing in for 3 next turn seems pretty good. I mean, we are at beyond formidable at this point. And again, if our opponent plays something like a pacifism, then we have an answer. So yeah, I'm just not sure like what our opponent really is hoping to do here. Right, artillerist. Maybe I will not commit to the field. Let's see what our opponent has for us. Chose not to tap anything down, which is highly suspect. That being the case, I think... Yeah, I'll just ship in with these two and see what our opponent is up to. Like, not tapping something reads that they have, like, Warflare or something. No blocks. Alright. Gosh, this is so... Are they just gonna try to, like, one-shot me? Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and no. Yeah, I'll go ahead and commit the artillerist to the field. See what they've got. Yeah, there must be a spell here, right? They've got 3 cards in hand. They weren't hitting their land drops. There's got to be something. Secure the Wastes. That's pretty good. That could one-shot us. Our opponent follows up here with like 2 spells or something. We're going to be in some serious trouble. So, in the event that they do that, 5 tokens. Yeah, I think even then, I think we're okay. Our opponent's on 7. Okay, maybe we're not all right. Okay, so let's figure out blocks here. This guy is just gonna go on to the tapper. This guy, yeah, it's just gonna absorb some damage, and then we'll kill a token and a Lightwalker. Yep, more flare. Pretty good. Actually, let's make this. Makes it a 3-4, doesn't it? That's unfortunate. So we're taking 16 here. Alright, hopefully opponents don't have any... Oh, and they're untapped too. That's rough for us. Guess I'll put it here. If they have 2 War Flares, we may just be done. We're on 3, so we have to like pretend that we have lethal here. And no, and they just tap down our guys. All right, so that's, I think that's game. 3 taps down another guy. We have 1 blocker. They have 4 lethal attackers. Yeah, we're gonna concede. All right, so maybe we should have been a little bit more aggressive that game, like having putting them on like the Warflare plan was probably something that I should have seen a little bit sooner. Okay, so what do we have for our opponent? Not much. I mean, Jeskai Barricade blocks, but like isn't very good otherwise. I think we just keep this the way it is. And in this matchup, we are definitely going to elect to go first. You know, in the former match where we're both grindy decks and you know, hoping that our opponent mulligans and things like that, you know, there's some play there, but like against this deck, we want to be the beatdown. And we'll keep this. Got all of our colors, got the mana, got a 3-drop. We'll get there. Maybe isn't quite aggressive enough, but now that we know what our opponent's plan is, we're going to know to mitigate the board a little bit better than we did last game. And that was a perfect draw. Get our Beast Breaker down. Like I said, just knowing what our opponent is on now we are going to be trading as aggressively as possible. That was also a very good draw. Alright, we're going to crash in. Not trading. Okay. See what our opponent does here. If they get aggressive, I think we let this one slip through. Well, that's bad for us. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna, yeah, this is a tough spot though. All right, we're gonna trade off with our opponent here. Sky Captain was a very good draw for us though, because this means that we can have a blocker, in case our opponent does have a really good strong hand against us, or not. That's funny. No attack. Alright. So we'll run out the L card here. And I'm going to offer the... No, I'm not going to offer the Sky Captain trade. So if I offer the Sky Captain trade, he bolsters onto his Mardu Scout, making it 5 power, which beats our L card. I'm just going to wait. Opponent's got a lot of cards in hand, which is pretty worrisome for us. Yeah, I mean, if our opponent gets aggressive here, what we're going to do is we're going to double block. Alright, that's bad for us. Okay. So, right. If they have War Flare, then we're taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 17. Okay, I think I'm just going to crash in here with everything. We need to put like a very fast clock on our opponent and punish them for like refusing to block. Thing is, like, the Sky Captain, like, like in normal combat, right, the Sky Captain's power, like, doesn't matter if it's on the field or if it's bolstered, but in our opponent's deck it very much matters, because having an extra body puts through extra damage from their strong arm monk and from, various other stuff. Okay. Sure. Opponent's gonna go down to 9. Bolster. And we're gonna just okay, let's actually think here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to cast this guy face down, and then next turn, if we can't play our Aerishan Sovereign, we're gonna flip him up. Like, War Flare is so bad for us, because like our opponent just crashes in here, casts War Flare, untaps all their dudes, and then can trade with our guys, but like, I don't know what else we do in this situation. Okay, Lotus Eye Mystics. Do they have anything in the yard? I don't think that they have anything in the yard. Dragon Whisper is pretty good. Very good. Interesting, no attack. Okay. So they're probably gonna trade. Yeah, I mean we're gonna crash in here. We don't really have any options at this point. Like, our opponent very likely on War Flare. Okay, so this is the block from our opponent. Yeah, we would have only put them to 1, right? Yeah, we would have only put them to 1. So the block from our opponent, I feel a little bit more comfortable just hard casting another Sandstorm Charger. Ugh, our opponent has... Gosh, our opponent can put dragons onto the battlefield. That's so good. Alright, so they put a dragon onto the battlefield. It blocks our Sky Captain, and then I think that's like acceptable, I guess. I mean, like, worst comes to worst, we follow up with our own gigantic dragon. Yep, you got a dragon. It's a big, big dragon. Dragon probably goes... I guess you can put this guy into the air if he wants. I don't think it will, though. Dragon's probably going on the Sky Captain, and then our opponent is doing some sort of blocks. Okay, no. So our... Wow. What is our opponent's play here? Double block here. Okay, I'm just gonna put that guy first. Put our opponent to 1. Not gonna unmorph here because I can't kill both of them. And then follow up with an Arishan Sovereign. Now the sucky thing here is that, like, because our opponent was able to make 1 dragon, they can now just make dragons for the rest of the game. Which, like, it's just so bad for us. Because we're kind of priced into just attacking with our Arishan Sovereign. Though, I guess... Yeah, let's see. What is our opponent up to here? Like, if our opponent makes a mistake here, then we're, you know, in decent shape. But, like, dragon fodder. Sure. Yeah, you should attack. Nope, no attacks? Alright. Yep. So... we can't just sit back. So... they make 2 dragons. Yeah. Alright. They make 2 dragons, then we're gonna kill 1 bolster onto our Arishan Sovereign. That seems fine. Like, they can't double block here. Yep. All the dragons. So what can get me out of this game? Somehow taking our opponent off of Formidable would be nice. But I don't think we have anything in the deck. I mean, like, our opponent knows to play around. I mean, like, God, this card is so strong. In Limited, holy cow. Like, I needed a removal spell for this guy, like, ages ago. And, like, at this point, it's just ridiculous. I guess, like, Hunt the Week is a good draw for us. We haven't played a Hunt the Week yet, yeah. So Hunt the Week is a good draw for us, because if we play Hunt the Week, then we Hunt the Week the... But even if we Hunt the Week the Dragon Whisperer, like, no, he can't pump enough times, yeah. I mean, like, that's our, like, 1 out, is to Hunt the Week Dragon Whisperer. And, like, now our opponent gets to come in. Ooh, greedy. Greedy, greedy. Alright. It's not an out. Are we just dead? I think we're just dead. Yep. Make a dragon. Play my Pinion Feast. And he's got 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Well done, opponent. Alright, well, So that one didn't go great for us. Our deck was a little bit wonky, you know, Bant 7 drops, 6 and 7 drops, but yeah, it was a fun deck to play, and definitely learned a bit from that experience. So I will see you guys next time.